Superman isn't all about showing off one innerwear in flight. It's more about readily accessing our inner self, bringing it into action in life. Agathin, azhagu, mugathil, theriyum. Yes, inner beauty is evident in external appearance. In is the only way out. And so what if some of us have to wear our spirituality on our sleeve to inspire others? We will do whatever it takes to help our fellow beings evolve faster. And the first step toward this goal is in keenly observing the distinction between ourself and our monkey mind and distancing the latter whenever not in utility, which is most of the time. May you spring with the joys of wisdom and flow like Saraswati this Vasanta Panchami and beyond in the burgeoning reach out of the Republic of India as the spiritual guru of the world, the largest democracy ever and the fastest growing fifth largest economy heads the G20. In fact, it's at least a week-long festivity beginning with Vasanta Panchami today, the 26th, Kumara Shashti tomorrow, the 27th, Ratha Saptami the day after, 28th, followed by Bhishmashtami on the 29th, Madhva Navami on the 30th, Tukaram Anugraha Dashami Harivasara on the 31st, and Jaya Bhishma Ekadashi on February the 1st.
Namaste. Ri gari ri sa ni sa ri sa ri sa ni pa gari sa ri gari ri sa ni endarō mahānubhāvulu Manasavana charavara sanchara muniripi murti paguga pagadane marendaru mahānubhāvulu. Seriya Vancha?
Jai Hind, ladies and gentlemen. Ganatantra Divas ki Shubhakamanai. Welcome to episode number 116, the second caraṇam of éndarō mahānubhāvulu, taming the monkey mind this Republic Day. Episode 116 ventures into the second caraṇam of éndarō mahānubhāvulu. Though an analogy often attributed to Gautama the Buddha, the phrases monkey mind or markata manas and monkey-like dispassion or markata vairagya are far more ancient and actually prehistoric Vedic concepts. In fact, rarely does one find any important concept in any religion, whether born in Bharat or elsewhere, which does not have a time immemorial original Vedic root, the primordial source of all wisdom whatsoever. Irrespective of whether the umbilical cords have been retained or even deliberately chopped off. Truly speaking, the emotional and intellectual faculties of manas, usually referred to as the mind in English, are the most sophisticated tools at the disposal of humankind. And like all other natural as well as man-made tools, they are double-edged swords, depending upon the particular identity or set of identities, cara, which we as its wielders take up or assume during the specified period of their deployment, thus resulting in either their use or misuse for the long-term well-being of a larger cross-section of life itself. Moreover, the human mind has undoubtedly evolved from lower life forms and thus still has certain remnants of pretty much all of them, the largest residue, of course, being the penultimate evolutionary form that we have taken, namely that of the ape in general and the chimpanzee or bonobo in particular, with both of whom we have approximately 99% common genetic code. Hence, the monkey mind is a standard baseline for every one of us. As a consequence, the monkey mind by itself is never a problem, but its restless and aping tendencies do stifle our evolutionary growth, if not understood, handled, and put to appropriate utility. So let's begin with restlessness. Its positive connotation is maneuverability. For example, while regular passenger aircraft are highly stable and as a corollary not easily maneuverable, maneuverable, fighter planes are required to be highly maneuverable and thus might be designed to be unstable intentionally. While apes may have been intended to be fighters for survival primarily, Homo sapiens are expected to have already addressed survival issues and moved on to more refined aspects of life and its infinite possibility. Extending the passenger versus fighter aircraft analogy to the human mind, its stability could either be sattvic or tamasic, while its instability is unsurprisingly rajasic. The rudimentary mind's predominantly stable tamasic design might be good enough for a lot of routine day-to-day tasks wherein one sinks into a mechanically repetitive comfort zone. But as the challenge levels of the job at hand increase, a major part of the tamas ought to transform into rajas. Further, when the tasks begin to involve intelligence and intuition, the mind's foray into sattva and eventually its predominance becomes inevitable, en route to becoming a trigunatita. Turning to the other worrisome inclination of the mind to mimic, no wonder then that an ape lends its name to the word aping, which means copying in English. Our core reptilian brain seeks to safeguard and expand boundaries in installment. Consequently, the human rat race, for instance, is driven by such animalistic tendencies inherent in our genetic structure that most of us have not yet freed ourselves from. So let's get into the advaitik insights for the third week, that is the second charanam, because the first week was spent on the pallavi and anupallavi, the second week on the first charanam, now to the second charanam in this third week. Manasa vana cara vara sancharamu niripi murti bhaguga ogadane éndarō mahānubhāvulu. Advaitik insights are innumerable éndarō quantumly fulfilled mahānu perceptively experiential seers bhāvulu have deeply explored, keenly observed, rationally understood and effectively leveraged their minds manasa, recognizing its essential nature not merely as a wild monkey alone, but as being wild and lively like the entire jungle vana that is constantly metamorphosing cara and manifesting apparently impossible boons or vara impartially on one and all, thus empowering them and powering their auspicious motion sancharamu of seemingly perpetual revolutionary evolution, whose ultimate destination, bringing absolutely everything to a standstill, niripi, is none other than our own all-reflective self, murti, which needs to be aptly bhaguga recognized and dignified, ogadane, for it is our self alone which has appeared over the ages, cloaked in and as numerous éndarō, fully satisfied beings, mahānubhāvulu, temporarily occupying well-disciplined and maintained BMIs, body-mind intellects, of various shapes, sizes and species too. In fact, our self continues to engage in such magic in our own times too, and will do so as long as time itself exists as its playfield, sometimes appearing in its dual role as the spatial domain too, an ode to those who have continually demonstrated amongst and amidst us throughout anthropological existence that being human itself is super. So where is the room or need for fantasies of Superman or Superwoman? To paraphrase Sadhguru, this is humbly dedicated to the zillions of towering spiritual giants and geniuses like him who treaded and continued to tread Punya Bharat Bhumi as well as the rest of the Jagat at all times in various names and forms, literally hundreds of whom I have had the honorable privilege and gracious blessings to interact with all around the world, physically, emotionally, intellectually, energetically, spiritually, and in deeper dimensions too. Come, let us celebrate our most fantastic gift of humanity for humanity by humanity together this Republic Day. For Bharat is for the world is for Bharat.
Namaste. Ri sa ni sa ri sa ni ni pa ga ri sa ri sa ni éndarō mahānubhāvulu. Manasa vana vara సంచారము నిరిపి మూర్తివాకుగ ఒకడనేవా ఎందరో మహానుభావులు